Author's POV. Fucking hell, my head fuck, Becky groaned as soon as she woke up holding on her throbbing head. As soon as she opened her eyes, the first thing she did is looking at the clock, currently showing it's 11 a.m. in the morning already. Damn it, I can't even sit up. What the hell happened last night? Becky mumbled to herself as she can feel her throbbing head is getting worse, following by the feeling of wanting to throw up everything. Becky immediately ran to the bathroom, throwing up inside the toilet bowl. Her body feels like shit already. After done with that, she washed her face looking at the mirror, seeing how messy she become. I look like a drug addict. Shit, gosh, what happened? How did I get home? Becky mumbled and went back to her bed, laying down. Becky opened her phone looking to see if there's any story about last night, and there's nothing inside. She groaned and looked at the ceiling. I regret drinking that much, shit. Becky walked in the hallway, going to her locker before taking all her books. She arrived early as usual. People keep greeting her as she dragging her feet to the class. Becky still haven't remembered any single thing about the memories from the party. She was completely lost about it, especially for Freen. Did she met her that night? How did she ended up passing out? After getting in the class, she immediately saw her best friend figure before running towards Irian sitting beside her. Tell me what happened that night. Becky, Irian inhales deeply before looking at her. Did you met Freen when you suddenly disappeared? Irian asked. I don't remember shit, Irian. I woke up without remembering anything about that party. Why did you ask if I met Freen? Oh god, did something happen between us? Becky asked, panicking all over her face. I have no idea, but Freen told me that you passed out in one of the bedroom. What? Becky almost shouted, but Irian quickly closed her best friend's mouth, scared that the girl might freaking out. How did I? She found me passing out. Shit, what the hell did I do, Irian? Gosh, I really hope it's not something stupid, please, Irian, please, Becky said, in the verge of begging for her life. You need to ask her, Becky. I swear there must be something happening between both of you that night. Like what? I don't know. I'm just saying, you need to ask Freen. Oh shit, there she is, Irian whispered the last part, making Becky turn her head towards the door, and there she saw the taller girl going straight to her table. Freen looks normal to Becky, the girl just do her usual routine. Before class start. Becky was trying to get Freen's attention by looking at her, but the girl didn't even spare a glance. I'm doomed. Becky mumbled. After class ended, Becky immediately followed the girl to the student council room. Like always, they still need to settle the work about the upcoming fundraising carnival. Becky inhales deeply and taking a deep breath, calming herself down. She is about to face Freen again after the party. It's okay, you can do this, Becky. Becky mumbled to herself before turning the doorknob. And there she saw the girl doing her works as their eyes met for a moment before Freen quickly diverted her eyes somewhere and standing up. Becky, on the other hand, slowly walked towards the girl who looking rushing. Freen. Becky called her as Freen looked at her for a second before letting out a small smile. I need to meet Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆, Freen said before quickly leaving the room. Becky still froze, couldn't believe that Freen just leave her like that. Becky sighed again, having no choice but to wait for Freen to come back. She continued doing her work while waiting for the taller girl. Why does she look like she's in a hurry every time she saw me? Becky mumbled to herself and sighed again. After around 15 minutes, Freen came back as she slowly opened the door, peeking her head, and saw Becky looking at her. Freen. Becky called her and eyes lit up as Freen immediately get inside, taking another paper. I need to meet the drama club, Freen muttered without looking at the girl and hurriedly leaving the room. Becky stunned for a moment and let out a sarcastic chuckle. I knew it. She was trying to avoid me. Fuck, something definitely happened that night. Becky mentally slapped herself and put her head on the table. Come on, Becky, remember what happened. Becky whined on the table, hitting her head softly. Whatever happened that night, Becky knew she need to fix it. Becky looked at the watch again, waiting for Freen for the second time. Freen, on the other hand, standing in front of the door, doubting whether she should get in or not. The taller girl sighed again. She don't want to face Becky for now, not after what happened. Freen is praying that Becky will leave by now. She slowly opened the door, peeking her head first to see no one was there. Freen can finally breathe again before getting in and closed the door, but suddenly. Ag. Freen yelled, startled after seeing Becky behind the door with arms crossing as she slightly stumbled and hold onto the door from falling down. Avoiding me? Becky asked and locked the door. Freen gulped down her saliva before properly standing up, looking away, and cleared her throat, shaking her head to deny the accusation without letting out a single word. You are not going anywhere until we talk, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆'𝖘, Becky warned as her voice becomes stern, which made Freen keep quiet and sighed. First of all, I'm sorry for whatever happened that night. I don't remember any single thing from that party, and I know you know something that I don't, so Freen, please tell me, what did I do that night? You don't remember? Freen asked, surprised with the confession. Yes, I don't, Freen. Oh no. Wonder, Freen mumbled and slightly chuckled. What did I do? That you need to avoid me like this? Tell me please, Becky begged while Freen keep quiet. Freen just stared at the frustrated girl in front of her, no words coming from her mouth. Becky couldn't read what's on Freen's mind right now. Freen. Please just tell me. How am I supposed to know if you are being quiet like this? Is it bad? Did I do something bad? You hated me again now? 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆'𝖘, tell me, stop being quiet and speak up. Why are you like this? Becky asked as she started to losing her temper. Freen took a deep breath, looking down before having her head up, looking at Becky. The smaller girl is in the verge of crying right now with how Freen react to her. Please. Are you done now? Freen asked. The taller girl slowly walking closer, Becky being confused as she slightly stepped back after Freen started to lean closer towards her. Freen, what are you doing? Freen look at her eyes, as their eyes remain stuck towards each other. Becky can feel her back hitting the wall behind as her breath hitched after Freen trapping her body between her arms. I asked you, are you done now? Freen repeated the question. Becky started to let out a heavy shaky breath, but eventually nodded her head. She can feel her heart wanting to burst out from her chest. Let me remind you again. Freen whispered before pulling the back of Becky's neck, crashing their lips together, which made Becky gasp in surprise, feeling the soft lips of her crush. Becky didn't know what to do, Freen moving her lips as she grabbed Becky's waist, slightly squeezing it when Becky didn't respond to the kiss. The surrounding become hotter, Becky slowly wrapped her arms around Freen, responding to the kiss as she couldn't hold it anymore. It feels like a dream to Becky. After a moment, Freen pulled away from the kiss. Both are catching their breath as they still keeping the eye contact even after the intense kiss between them. Becky was clueless, she can feel how her lips tremble as her face become red, looking at how close their gap now. Do you remember it now? Freen whispered softly. And from that, Becky's mind instantly refresh. Flashback. Hang's mansion. Freen's POV. Freen, you are late. Hang said as he gave me a quick hug. Sorry, traffic jammed, I replied, lying to him, and I know he can sense it already. I arrived kind of late at the party, finding a gift from him, and I ended up buying his favorite PlayStation game. The people started to get crowded again, and shit, this is why I hate party. I came here just because it's his birthday. I sat beside him and he offered me a drink as I took it, immediately taking a sip. It's been a while since I drank again. Are you gonna get wasted tonight? Hang asked as he leaned closer. The music is getting loud and it's hurting my ear right now. No, I need to drive. A few drink would be fine, I replied, and then Nom suddenly come on my sight. Hello, Miss 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆'𝖘, looking good tonight, huh? Nom said, giving me a sly smile. This is actually Nom's idea to make me wear this freaking dress, and I have no choice but to listen to her before she blackmail me again. Shut it, Nom, I just want to wear a t-shirt and pants right now. This dress is too freaking tight, gosh, I replied, and she sat beside me. Oh come on, you need to find someone tonight. Who knows, you might not be single tomorrow. She said. Bullshit, I muttered and chuckled. Hey, Freen, do you know who did I invited? Hang suddenly butt in and I look him. Who? I invited Becky and friends, he said, grinning that make my eyes widen in surprised. What? He invited Becky in this kind of party? I started to freak out, but I tried to hold myself from murdering him. Shh. Relax, you guys are not gonna have a quiz to show who's smarter. I'm sure you're not gonna bump into her, trust me. So you can relax now because I invited Mike too, Hang said, that makes me surprised again. Oh god, this is bad. Gosh, you are insane, Hang, I muttered and stood up, taking my drink with me and walk away from them. Freen. Where you going? I can hear them yelling my name from behind, but I ignore it. I started to roam around looking for Becky, hearing Mike's name already making my blood boiling in anger. Fuck it, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why do I behave like this? Why do I hate the thought of them together? My feelings for her is getting stronger each day. Don't ask me when did I started to realize this weird feelings for Becky. Maybe it was when we were stuck in the rain together? Or maybe since the first time I lay my eyes on her in our sophomore year.
Yeah.
Overall I messed up, I never actually hated her and it's all just an acting. Funny thing, I had a crush on her before this all rival thingy that started between us in our junior years. And fuck it, I just went along with it because you know why. This is the only way for me to get closer to her. It's killing me, fighting with her every time there's an exam coming up, and not gonna lie, there's a time that I really hated her because of her bitchy attitude towards me. But too bad, my feelings for her are stronger than that even though she get on my nerves sometimes. Not sometimes actually. All the time. I look at the crowded people trying to find her again and finally, I saw her. Oh god, she's beautiful. She was roaming her eyes around the place and I can see her getting uncomfortable. I couldn't help but brought my feet towards her, but I stopped halfway after remembering that we are rivals in front of others. I bite my lower lips and suddenly someone tapped my shoulder from behind as I turn around and saw Saint holding on a drink. Hey, Freen, he greet me with a smile as I just respond to him with a smile. Hey, you are here too, I said.
Yeah.
Hang invited me, how's it going with the fundraising carnival? You looks busier than ever, Saint said. I chuckled.
Yeah.
It's doing pretty well. Tons of work for me, I replied. I hope you have enough rest, Freen, he said. We talked for a moment that made me forgot about Becky. After the talk, I decide to go to the bathroom upstairs since it's too crowded right here. I did my business and I can hear footsteps coming from the door. Oh, someone wanting to use the toilet. I opened the door and completely surprised after the person startled as she was about to fall, but I caught her waist. The person is Becky as I starting to freak out. Oh god, Becky. Are you drunk? Gosh, now she is smiling and wrapping her arms around me that completely make me go crazy right now. Freen, I'm not drunk. Why did everyone said I'm drunk? I don't understand, she said. Oh, she definitely drunk. I pulled her inside the nearest bedroom and closed the door. I don't want to say this, but I need to. Becky, why are you alone? Did you come with your friends? Did you know it is dangerous? Someone might get you. I started to lose my temper because I'm fucking worried right now. She suddenly just smiled and looked at me. Do I look pretty tonight? Becky whispered. Fuck, I am speechless. What is she doing now? I look at her outfit and I can see her red dress showing her perfect body. Damn, I look like a pervert now as I gulp down on my saliva. Why?
Yeah.
You look pretty. I stuttered and tried to push her because of how close are we right now. But I failed as our gap is getting closer. I know you gonna say that. You look so cute right now. Becky reached for my cheeks, cupping my face. So squishy. Freen, so cute, Becky giggled and squished my cheeks. What's wrong with her now? Why is she doing this? Damn, she is really drunk right now, that make me speechless. You have a pretty eyes, cute nose. I wanna bite it. Becky mumbled, pinching my nose. Becky, stop, you are drunk dash. She cut me off and put her index finger shutting me up before pushing me to the bed softly that made me sat on the soft mattress. Freen Sriracha. Oh god, she's straddling my lap. I'm going insane right now, oh god, what is she doing now? I froze, I didn't fucking know what to do right now. Be Becky. Shh, don't say anything. She did it again, putting her finger on mine. Have you had your first kiss? Becky suddenly asked that make me stunned. You? And no. I replied, stuttering like crazy. Me too, you have a soft lips, Sriracha. She whispered every single word seductively. I couldn't feel myself anymore, I was completely stunned by this. Becky is straddling my lap and seducing me like crazy, and I try to push her because I know she's not in the right mind right now, but failed as she pushed me down again. Don't push me away, or you will regret it for the rest of your life. Becky. Becky licked her lower lips and crashed her lips into mine. I froze and widened my eyes. Becky, just kiss me. I was surprised and wanting to push her, but she pulled the back of my neck, trapping me in her arms as I eventually melt in the kiss. Fuck, I have been waiting for this as I wrapped my arms around her waist. Roaming my hands around her sexy body, I don't care what's gonna happen after this because me and Becky are making out right now. Becky. I pulled away trying to catch our breath. She was looking at me and back to my lips before we kissed again for the second time. After that we pulled away as Becky moaned between the kiss. Freen. Becky, WY. I asked as I getting nervous and started to overthinking. Does she not like it? Or did she come into her sense now? Freen I dash. Before she could finish her words, she fell asleep on my shoulder. What the fuck just happened? I mumbled and looked at the sleeping girl. Oh gosh, Becky, why are you doing this to me? I lay her down on the bed and put the blanket around her. I don't fucking know what's gonna happen between us after this. Why did she kiss me? Is it because she drunk? Did she kiss people when she drunk? There's a lot of questions in my mind as I didn't know what to do anymore. I just can't carry her and bring her home, and then I ended up telling 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘 that I found her sleeping in one of the bedroom before doing my things again. Rebecca, what are you doing to me? End of the flashback. Author's POV. You remember now? Freen asked as Becky slowly nodded her head. They are now sitting across the table, facing each other. Becky can feel her cheeks getting hot after completely remembering the event that night. So, why did you kiss me at the first place? Freen asked looking at Becky. Freen. I'm sorry, I was drunk. Did you randomly kiss people when you were drunk? What, no. I told you that I haven't had my first kiss before, and you are the person who I gave my first kiss to. Becky said, being defensive after Freen accused her like that. Then explain to me, why did you kiss me? Freen said as she started to lose her temper. Why are you mad at me right now? I told you that I was drunk, didn't I? Becky said, slightly raising her voice as she's still not ready to tell Freen about her feelings. Because friends didn't kiss each other, Becky. Oh god, Freen, then fucking tell me, why did you kiss me earlier? Because I want you to remember, what did you do to me? Freen yelled, standing up pointing towards the smaller girl. Damn it, Freen. Stop it, okay? I remember it now, why are you so mad, huh? Because of Saint? You mad that I took your first kiss instead? Gosh, why does Saint have to do with this? This is ridiculous, Becky. Because you like him, aren't you? You guys are always around together, and how can I don't think that there's nothing between you two? Becky fired back, making Freen let out a sarcastic chuckle. Fuck it, there's nothing between us, Becky. Why are you changing the topic now? Do you like Saint or what? Freen yelled. Because I like you, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘. Becky finally said it, her breath become heavier. Freen froze on her place, she couldn't believe what she's hearing right now. Becky having her head down as she feels like she wanted to cry at the moment before standing up. Because I like you, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘. The sentence repeatedly playing inside Freen's mind as she was speechless. She looked at Becky, who's still having her head down, clenching her fist. I kissed you because I like you, Freen. I did that because I like you. I am sorry for that. I promise I will get rid of this feelings if you want me to, just please don't hate me again. I'm so scared that you might hate me. Becky stuttered as she can feel her tears slowly falling down before taking a deep breath. I'm sorry again, I will leave now and I will give you some space, Becky mumbled and turned around, started walking away. Suddenly, she can feel her arm being pulled from behind as Freen hold both of Becky's shoulder. Staring intently towards the girl. Stop, because I like you too, Becky, Freen whispered softly before crashing their lips together again. Becky slightly jolted and surprised after feeling the soft lips again. She couldn't believe what she just heard from Freen as she can feel her body shivering from the contact. Freen is kissing her, cupping both of Becky's cheek, tilting her head to deepening the kiss as Becky immediately wrapped her long arms around Freen. The kiss started to get hotter when Freen pushed the girl to the table, holding both of Becky's legs, lifting her up to sit on her desk before dominating the kiss. Slipping her tongue inside the smaller girl, Freen can feel the hint of sweetness strawberry taste from Becky that make her go crazy and pulled her waist closer. Becky roamed her hand around Freen's body, from her hair down to her neck as she pulled the taller girl closer, wrapping her legs around the girl. The air becomes hotter, the air conditioner didn't seem to be working anymore with how intense their hot make out right now. Both of their adrenaline are flowing inside of them before Freen decide to pull away. They are looking at each other, catching their breath together. It doesn't feel weird now even though they are each other's first kiss. It seems like they are very expert right now, must be from watching porn. Freen, Becky breathed out as Freen leaned closer, leaning their forehead together. Yes, I like you very much, Dora.